Hello, super sentence stackers. Thank you for tuning in. Isn't The Feast a wonderful film? It's so adorable. Did you check out the little puppy? His name's Winston. We can see that on his bowl. You've all gathered here because you have chosen your chunk and the part that you're going to write. And it's really important that you write within that chunk. I'm now going to be your writing teacher and I'm going to help you with your writing. I'm going to do some demonstration writing in a moment and you're going to be able to see inside my thinking and the sort of choices I'm making as a writer. But before we get going, there are a few things that we need to sort out. First of all, and really importantly, we need to know as a nation that we're writing a third person narrative. That means we have to agree on the names of the characters so that our story has good cohesion and it flows and we can join them all up together. So who is going to be in our story today? Well, we've got the little dog. And the little dog is going to be called Pup. It's going to be called Pup all at the beginning of the story when he is homeless and walking the streets. When he is found, we're going to call his owner Dad. And it's around plot point 2 that we learn Pup's name. Pup's name is Winston, and we see that on his dog bowl. Once we see his name, we can call Pup Winston in the story. So we're going to have Pup, he's the main character. There's Dad, and a bit later on in the story, Mum comes in as well. Now we know who is who, we're going to start thinking about our writing. Now, to take part, to hand in your submission, you need to write 9 sentences. And all the super stackers have been writing 9 sentences. Once you've got your piece of paper, pencil and pen, there are 3 other crucial things you need to include. Number 1, I need your full name on your submission. Second thing, I need your age, and I don't mind how old you are. You can be 4 years old or 104 years old and anything in between. And the third thing I need, which is really crucial, is which chunk are you writing for? So if I was going to hand in a submission, I would write my chosen chunk is 2. I would then say that my name is Mrs. Considine, and then I would write my age on my piece of paper. Today, I am writing for chunk 4. There are 3 writing challenges, and I'm going to help you with those writing challenges. And to help you, I'm going to be doing some demonstration writing. Our first writing challenge is to drench our work in the sense of smell. Okay, what I'm going to do, because at this part of the story, we don't know yet that the dog's name is Winston. So I am going to call him Pup. I'm going to introduce actually the sense of perspective here. Much of the film is filmed low, so we can really see it from the dog's point of view. So I'm going to start here, Pup, and the whole narration and visuals takes us to his bowl. So I'm going to start with that. The bowl belongs to the puppy, so I'm going to write Pup's bowl. And now I want this emphasis on all the smells of the food. He can't believe his luck, can he? He can't believe how much food Dad has given him. Pup's bowl was overflowing. I'm just going to write that hyphenated word there, joining two words together. Pup's bowl was overflowing, full stop. Now, I'm going to use some smell words. And I'm going to think now about some smell words. Words like whiff and waft and, pungent. Now, pungent has kind of got negative connotations, so I'm going to reject that one, but I do like waft and whiffed. I'm going to choose those words. I'm going to start with the determiner the waft. Oh, this is good. And then I want to create a really positive atmosphere. The waft of, I want to describe some of this food. He particularly likes it when he gets some eggs in his bowl. And I want to transmit that positivity. I'm going to do some thesaurus thinking now around that idea. I need adjectives to describe the eggs in a really positive way. Tasty. Oh, that's a good word. The tasty eggs. I'm then going to try delicious. Oh, a bit tricky to spell. I might have to have a little look at that and check it. And then, this is a good word, all in the same synonym family, appetising. Appetising. It's quite a tricky word, that, but in the UK we always have the letter S when we have it in the middle in front of an ing suffix there. Tasty, delicious, appetising. I actually really like the word tasty. Pup's bowl was overflowing. The waft of tasty eggs. And, we get something else in his bowl. Get some bacon. I'm going to do some more thesaurus thinking. Let me just wipe these words, because they're all great words that I could apply to bacon. But I'm going to see if I can get some more. Let's think about yummy. That's good. That's a really good word. All in the same family. Enticing. That's great. What about scrumptious? There's a good word. Scrumptious. I'm definitely going to go with scrumptious. Here we go then. Pup's bowl was overflowing. The waft of tasty eggs and scrumptious bacon. Oh dear, bacon. And this idea that this is really drawing him in, I'm going to put filled his nostrils. Filled his nostrils. And that real focus on smell. Right, the next thing I'm going to do is try and do something a little bit tricky. I'm going to have a go at building now a complex sentence. And this sentence, I'm going to introduce it, this subordinating clause, with the word as. That's a really good way to start. Okay, I'm going to write that there to get my writing going. And I want the focus, this kind of zoom in to Pup's new home and new experience. I'm almost going to get the reader to zoom in with me as our words take us there. So quite a small movement here. I'm going to have Pup get closer to the food as he lowered his nose into the food. And that doesn't make sense on its own, that clause. So I'm going to put a comma there. And then I'm going to construct the end bit, the main clause. As he lowered his nose into the food, comma, I'm going to now point to what Dad might be doing. Dad can't help fussing his new puppy, and he keeps giving him more food. I'm going to do some thesaurus thinking here because I just want to check, have I got the right word? Let's have a little look. I could have tipped, because he tips more food into the bowl. I could have toppled, that's a good word, toppled Mrs. C. I could have chucked. I'm going to write it down. It sounds a bit informal though. I actually like tipped, now I reflect. So let's use that. As he lowered his nose into the food, Dad tipped. I'm going to do a little list now to get some rhythm in here. Tipped snacks, goodies, and treats. And now I want to show the reader we know his name. And treats into Winston's bowl. It belongs to Winston there, look. Winston, that's the belonging to apostrophe. That was quite a tricky sentence, but it is complex. We're now going to zoom in to make a simile. And I want this impression that actually we've got a really exciting pile of food. And that pile of food is enormous. And that pile of food is mounting and getting higher and higher and higher. And we're going to compare the height of food to other things that are really tall. Let me have a little think about things in the world that are really tall. I'm just going to make some notes here. I could have a tower. That's really tall. I could have a mountain. I could have a tree. I think I'm going to choose a tower. When we build a simile, when we're making a comparison to something else, there are two words that are really important. And as a writer, you can choose between these two. You could build a simile using like, a key word to link and compare. Or you could use as. I've enjoyed using as today, so I think I'm going to build an as simile. Right, we're thinking about the height of the food. Let's make sure the reader knows what we're talking about. The food was stacked high. Let's state the obvious. I'm going to do a little bit of emphasis now. Was stacked, and I'm going to do emphasis with an adverb and repeat this word high. So I think about this adverb here. It could be staggeringly high. Well, that's good, isn't it? Staggeringly high, really emphasising the height. Let me do some more thesaurus thinking with that word. Staggeringly high, staggeringly high. That's a bit good, isn't it? What about jaw-droppingly high? Oh, there's a hyphen in that word. Jaw-droppingly high. That's really good. What about breathtakingly high? Breathtakingly high. I love all of those. Finding it difficult to choose. Let's say the sentence again. The food was stacked high. Staggeringly high. Stagger, high. Oh, Mrs. C, it's a good job you're reading your work. Staggering. I always do that. I put staggeringly high. Put extra letters into things. Staggeringly high. Now I'm going to lead into my comparison. I'm going to use the magic word as to take the reader's thinking there. As the food was stacked high, staggeringly high, as a, probably more precise than a tower would be a skyscraper. Staggeringly high as a skyscraper. Breaking is how tall it is. Breaking through the clouds. I'm going to reread that back so we can feel if it captures that chunk accurately. It's a chance to check if you've made a mistake. It's a chance to look at edits and spellings. Pup's bowl was overflowing. The waft of tasty eggs and scrumptious bacon filled his nostrils. As he lowered his nose into the food, Dad tipped snacks, goodies and treats into Winston's bowl. The food was stacked high, staggeringly high, as a skyscraper breaking through the clouds. Thank you, sentence stackers, for listening in on my writing. I set you off now for your writing. I want you to choose a chunk. I want you to make sure you have a piece of paper, a pencil and a pen. Make sure your name's on it, and I want you to tweet me at Jane Considine and make sure you use the hashtag Super Sentence Stackers. You can see your writing, you can see your classmates' writing, or you can get hold of us on Facebook at the training space. If you hashtag Super Sentence Stackers, I can find your work, and then I will work hard as your teacher to sew this all up together for the nation. A story that we can read and enjoy together. If you can get back here and get your writing into me before 12:30, then I will celebrate some of your work. And of course, we're all going to work hard, because by 3:30, you're going to be able to hear if your chunk makes it into the nation's story. Come on, Super Sentence Stackers. See you soon.